Alright, so today we are talking about Valis Collection 3. That one. I've already covered these two. They're excellent games. I don't know if you've ever played them. I highly recommend it. There are numerous games in this collection. We shall see what they're all about. Let's make sure everything is working properly. The sound sounds about right. I like it. Might have to turn down the audio a hair. We'll turn down the audio. How's that sound? Good? So these are the included games. Let me actually mute my other thing here. So we have Valis on some PC hardware I've never heard of, a Famicom version, which I was unaware existed, the MX2, and then the 16-bit games. Now Valis III is on the EverDrive, which I have, and on the Sega Genesis, and also re-released on the by Retrobit. And then Super Valis IV is actually available on the Super Nintendo app on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I have never cared for these really early versions of Valis, but let's take a look at them anyway. And we're going to end on the 16-bit ones. So let's begin. Let's try out Valis, the Fantasm Soldier on the PC 888 from 1986. And these are your options. Now, this game was already released in Japan, but now it's been released for the US, or North America. Look, it's even been translated. Now, this game is also a Sega Genesis game, but it was released after Valis III. It was also on, I think it was on the TurboGrafx, which, if I remember correctly, was part of Valis II's collection. Let's take a quick gander, just so I'm right. Love that animation. That is from Super Valis, or from Valis IV on the PC Engine. Now, whether or not you prefer the CD audio of the PC Engine versus the Genesis and or the Super Nintendo, that remains to be seen. Oh, this one had the MSX. We did have Valis 4. Sid of Valis is a mistranslation for the super deformed version of the first game. I'm sorry, second game. I'm not a fan of that one. Let's see what's on the first one then, because obviously I've messed up. Let's see. That looks like a Valis, 16-bit Valis character. Yuki. I think it's, what is it, Yuka? Yeah, so this one has it. This is a Super CD version, only released in Japan until it was released here. This is by far the definitive version you want to play. Alright, moving back to the game at hand. Now, there's a shoot 'em up I may actually play at the end, completely unrelated to Valis, but what I will do is I will separate that out later as its own video. Music's solid. So, these two, hell, these three are not anything I really care about. These two are the ones you want. But let's see what this collection has to offer. Obviously, it has a menu telling you everything about your sword. These games generally play like Castlevania. Now, this is kind of cool. It gives you the audio. That's actually a pretty good rendition of the theme. And it gives you the cutscenes. Oh, that's cool. With English subtitles. Very cool. Now let's see how this game actually... Ooh, that is a little rough. I don't see English subtitles there. I guess only some of them are English. Anyway, you can adjust your game however you want. Now, I always make my game play the way... Well, hell. You know what? We play with Super Nintendo style controls. So Y being jump is unacceptable. But we'll fix it along the line. Here are the controls as it shows. So, jump is up. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. So I guess A and B. Maybe for this one we want it that way. Let's give it a whirl. After we take this, so that's the support, staff, and copyright. In each one of these games, you do have the ability to save. By the way, I see somebody joined. Welcome. So we're going to hit start. We're absolutely going to choose English subtitles, because otherwise I'm not going to know what's going on. Telenet, they made some great games. They really did. Phantasm Soldier. Yep. This was obviously a PC, an early PC. May the Valis be with you. I thought the Valis was a sword. Ooh. Oh, I just got my ass handed to me. Yeah, this one is a little rough. I'm telling you, you want to go with the... Yeah, I can't even do this. So, if you hit the... what is that? ZL, it'll bring up this menu, okay? And you can adjust your stuff, just like you saw before. One of the things to note, the control option that you see is this lower left corner. So let's take a quick gander at the next game. Because this one... I don't expect much from it. Didn't get much from it. It's a very early PC game. And early PC games are not like PC games of today where they're good. Alright, so now we're on the essentially the NES version of Valis. So let's see what we got. I see somebody else just joined. Welcome. And here we have a translated version. If you've ever played the Sega Genesis game, this should be the more earlier version of it. Yeah, it is Yuko. Valis is the intangible body of energy that has a power given to all phenomena from the source of all dimensions. It resided in the Phantasm Jewel, but I don't see the rest of it. Alright, so here are my buttons. Clearly a Famicom controller. And so jump and fire, we'll change it to B and Y respectively, because Super Nintendo style controls. Collect your jewels, and this is actually a really good modification here for the American audience. Like I said a moment ago, this is very much like, plays like a Castlevania game. And we're going to get some other items here. That's pretty cool. I'm going to figure that out as we go along. This is obviously the Japanese version. So let's close out of that. Audio. Again, we're going to hear Nintendo style audio. This is the theme that I'm most familiar with. And it's a great one, I might add. Alright, let's go back, let's take a look, let's see what the cutscenes offer. So they now have English subtitles, that's good. I mean, we'll see this in a second anyway. This sword. Alright, we'll watch that live. And then, same deal, the controls, it shows you what they are natively. We can change that. By the way, I see somebody joined us on YouTube or Twitch, welcome. So yeah, the controls are exactly what you would expect. And of course you can adjust them. So we will do that. This is going to be attack. And B is going to be jump. The control guide is the thing what you see on the bottom left. So let's select. And let's see, does it adjust the controls here? No. It did maintain my controls here. Let's start the game. Absolutely English subtitles. I wonder if this was a disc system game. Now if I turn off the controls, or the, yeah, here, let me show you something here. So if you go to config and you turn off the control guide, the thing on the bottom left will disappear. So we're actually going to return to the title screen. So I want to start all... Oh, wrong title screen. Yep, English subtitles. Absolutely. But you see, it's gone now. So we're going to add that back. Because I actually like having it. It gives me an idea of what I need here. Oh, we got some screen setting adjustments here. They all have this. It's nothing spectacular. But I am playing on the original 4.3 because I don't like stretching out my retro games. And that one is probably the correct, most accurate, but not the way it would look on a TV from the day. So we're going to stick with that. Obviously, you can save and load states. That's pretty cool. And we are going to go back to the game. We're going to hit start. We're going to watch this a little bit. In fact, I'm going to get out of this for a moment. Okay, so this one is significantly different than the Sega Genesis. I've never played this before, and it's going to take some getting used to it. The start is the same, and the controls are, they kind of feel like you're on ice. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I've played games that are harder to play. So let's see, go down, it takes you into this building. So this one's more... This one seems more like it is... I don't know where the hell it wants me to go. This one seems more like Rygar was, you know, on the NES, where it was changed from its arcade counterpart. Alright, so we're here again. Obviously, I don't want to go through that door because it just brings me back. Now, one thing in the Genesis version, or Mega Drive if you're outside the US, or in Canada, since we're the only ones who actually had it by that name. Alright, I guess we're going in here. You have a sword that charges. Kind of like Legendary Axe. It's also more linear. Alright, so I keep going back and forth to the same place. I don't like that. Let's do a rewind. I don't know where it wants me to go, to be honest. Like I said, I have never played this game before. So we're back here at the beginning, I think. Yep, we're definitely back at the beginning. So this just keeps taking me back here. So I gotta figure out where to go next. And we can rewind again. But I think I may actually just see what happens now. Game over, try again. Alright. Continue. Not continuing for much. Nope, nothing there. Oh, you just walk across. Neat. Actually, this is where I just freaking came from. Obviously, I have to collect something here. Map. I don't have any maps, so I have to find a map. You know what? Let me show you the Genesis version of this game. Or, hell, even the turbo version of this game. So I think the turbo is the most accurate. And it was also the first. Let's take a quick look at the turbo game. That one was on the first collection. Easily the best of the Valis ones. And there's Yuko running. Right there. Yep. Same deal, English subtitles, 100%. You can already tell that it looks a lot better. And these are my controls. Same deal. The only thing is I have sliding in this one. You have magic. So it's a little bit more complicated, but then again, this is a newer game. Or I'm sorry, this is for a more powerful device. And it's got the awesome story, but we're going to actually skip that because I just want to quickly show the game. If it even lets me skip it. 5 more minutes. So if you hit the minus button, it looks like it lets you skip it. But this is the type. See, she's got her sword. It hasn't powered up yet, but it's just it's hard to go back to the other one. Now she's in her school uniform here. I don't really get the logic, but what the hell. You can slide. And see, now her sword already shoots. Collect this stuff. And that'll give you a heart. Also, you'll notice the sword at the bottom will continue to get larger, which allows you to get more powerful. And see, this one's very linear, so it makes more sense to me. Anyway, it's not about the first one, it's about the most recent game, so let's get out of this and we'll go back. And you can see what we've got here. So go back to Valis III, and even on the Genesis, similar thing. So I'll go back to Valis III, and then we'll go to the Genesis version of number 3, unless, oh, we've got the MSX version we have to go through. Now the MSX2 is considerably more powerful than the original MSX, so same thing applies. We may have to adjust some controls, which we will. This is going to be attack. Special item cancel can be A. B is going to be jump. Oh, damn it. What's wrong? This has to be jump. And this is going to be attack. This can be rapid fire attack. There we go. You want to hit A, not B when you do that. So let's go into start and see how this one is. Because I've never played this one either. We're absolutely going to use FM. This is obviously a Japanese computer. Kind of looks like a Commodore the way it opens. And of course you can adjust your screen. Same deal as before. I'm kind of curious to see what this one's all about. Can you hear me? Oh, this is Valis II. Okay. Only other option on this one is on the TurboGrafx or PC Engine. Initial start, load start. Alright, I don't know what to do here. Gotcha. So you go down to it and you press Y. Alright, this one's a little rough. But it is a 90s computer. Or early 90s, late 80s computer. Ooh. Yeah, I'd rather play City of Valis on the Genesis, to be honest. Yeah, in these later games, 2 and 3, she always starts off in her PJs. And then gets into her Valis suit after you get past the first boss. Not bad, but this one's not so great. And it's just because of the age of it. I mean, if you're interested in retro computer games, this might be your thing, but I personally never had a computer when I was this young. So, not really my thing. So, for that, I say let's go back and actually focus on the 16-bit games. Now, I do want to point out that Super Valis IV is actually in this collection here. So if you have Nintendo Switch Online, it is right here. And I'll just show it off real fast. And obviously, it's going to map everything to your Super Nintendo style controller. Or, hell, even this one. You get your little Super Nintendo boop-doop. And I'm pretty sure it's in this one. They add games to this? Oh yeah, there it is. Super Valis IV. So it's worth noting that. Anyway, going back to this one. Valis III is not in the Sega Genesis one. I wish it were. It's a great game. Alright, and I once again want to thank EDF for sending me the code. So here we are. Let's go into Valis III. Let's check out the manual. I think this is what it looks like. It's been years since I looked at this menu. Now this one has 3 playable characters. Much like, what was the name of that game? Castlevania 3, where you can switch between Grant, Sypha, and Alucard and Trevor. This one you can switch between Yuko, Valna, and Cham. Cham plays very much like Belmont. She has a whip. And then, of course, you got your main screen, all that other cool stuff. Her magic. Probably would have been beneficial if I ever learned what it was. And now here we are at the Japanese menu, or manual. Very cool. Alright. And of course, audio. This is the one that realistically is the one I think of when I play Valis. By the way, I see somebody new joined. Welcome. If you're coming to Rumble, please follow. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, please subscribe. Anyway, you've seen all that. You've got the designated cutscenes. Very cool. I seem to remember the Genesis game actually having English print, not just subtitles. But I could be mistaken. I can look on mine later. Anyway, the controls, A, B, and X, or A, B, and Y. Little off from my usage. We'll leave that. Change character, we'll make that A. But I want B to be jump. I want Y to be attack. This can be change character. Or hell, one of these can be change character. But slide is R. It's helpful to know that. And I guess we will make... I already have attack, special attack. Alright, so everything's in use. We'll press A. If you press B, it won't save. You press A, and then we'll start the game. English subtitles, absolutely. She'll be awakened from a dream. Oh, look, it actually is the Genesis ROM. Or at least the Mega Drive ROM. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that in lieu of the Japanese text, it's English on the Genesis game. Alright, we're gonna skip that. And also, that says Valis, not the Japanese equivalent. But it's okay. They translated it. And there's Cham coming to her in her dream. Yep. Alright, we're gonna press plus to keep on going. Alright, it doesn't let you? No, we don't want to rewind the game. We want to fast forward. Alright, here we go. Now we're in it. So Cham goes running, and we're gonna go follow her. And she's in her PJs. Yep, Cham stole my Valis sword. How dare her? Yeah, you can't do anything now. Right now you can just run and jump. You'll see Cham fall, and then you go to chase her. And then once you get your sword, you fly away. And this is fully controllable by the player right here. Why do you have my sword? My name is Cham. I need the power of the sword to beat acclaimed. I don't know how to pronounce it. Finally found you. Somebody stop chasing me. There he is. Ah! Now she's gonna throw the sword, or it's gonna fall. It's funny. She steals your sword and then asks for your help. But here, you jump down. Got your sword. Return to me. And now she's flying. And this is much like Valis 1. In fact, you can do a high jump by pressing up and jump simultaneously. I forgot the Genesis version actually has a designated slide button. See, that makes your sword stronger. Longer and stronger. Now this game does get hard. I should be able to beat the first boss with minimal effort. Oop, we are going to rewind that. Oop, let's rewind that too. And we're going to kill that guy, and he's dead. I forgot what that charm does. I guess I can look at the manual. But where's the fun in that? Now this used to say Telenet, and we gotta slide underneath it. Then we're gonna fight... Oh, I'm sorry, Renovation. Okay, it does still say it. The Evercade version, they changed it. Now we gotta beat this guy. Let's use their magic. Yeah, this guy shouldn't be too hard. Obviously, he's not too easy. Yep, there we go. I beat him! Woohoo! She falls. Now she's a playable character, if I remember right. Yep, come on. We want to get through this. I am deliberately skipping the story. Yeah, so if you press the minus button, you can switch back and forth between Cham and Yuko. Now you get some hearts. Now she jumps a hell of a lot higher. We're gonna go back to Yuko because, I mean, this is a Valis game, and she has the Valis sword. Let's kill that thing. Oop. Kill that. Remember, the Genesis could not do transparencies. That's your type of magic. So now I got ice magic. Nope. And we're just gonna walk past that dude. Oh! Alright, maybe not. There we go. Moving on. You press start to avoid this. Very Castlevania-like. There should be a heart in one of these. A better sword. There's the heart. That's what we were looking for. Got ever so little life. Will strengthen the sword. The Valis sword. You know, I actually do think the turbo version, or the PC Engine version, is better than the Genesis. This is ice. So yeah, that's definitely your magic. Damn, just got hit. But this is overall, it's a pretty cool collection. Whether or not it's for you remains to be seen. These games do go on sale. Eventually you can buy them independently. If you look, 1 and 2 both have the games separate. If you already have the Nintendo Switch Online, you may want to focus exclusively on Valis III on the Genesis or Mega Drive. This is clearly the Mega Drive version. Alright, now we got a boss. Avoid him. Ooh, damn you. I don't remember this many freaking bosses in this game. So early, too. Yeah, just use a little magic on him. Yeah, okay. Beat him. Wasn't that hard? No, he wasn't, and I got 2 little hit points left. So I believe after you collect the next girl, that's when your uniform gets upgraded too. So let's go ahead and we'll save, because obviously you've got 4 save slots. It's a nice touch that in the lower right corner you have the little icon of your character. I'm kind of curious if it does that on all of them. So just for shits and giggles, which one's less objectionable? Let's play the Famicom version really fast. I want to try something. So, yep, it's the character icon. That is actually pretty cool. That's a nice attention to detail. Yes, return to title screen. Let's go to Super Nintendo now. And Super Valis IV. So let's see the manual. Looks pretty good. What you'd expect. This one has a different main character. It's Lena. So... okay, so is Yuko dead? I don't know. She's in heaven. I was really considering buying this back in the day. I don't remember why I didn't. So let's see, you can zoom in so you can actually see it. That's pretty cool. Alright. Now, the Super Nintendo had awesome soundtrack capabilities. Let's see, Act 1. It is good. Okay. Let's see, the controls should need little options here. Go to option mode, key type setup to adjust settings. I don't know what the heck that means. It doesn't matter. These are the controls that you want. That doesn't make any sense unless they're talking about this, where you go to system settings and then you come down here and you change your button mapping. That's the only thing I can think of. But realistically, you don't want to change your settings because these are actually the ones you want. They're really good. So let's go ahead and start. Use English subtitles. Again, this is a different ROM of the Super Nintendo version. Because the one on Super Nintendo Online is obviously the American version of the game. This is the Japanese version with English subtitles. So we're going to skip the story. And obviously that doesn't even have the... oh, that's what it's talking about. Option mode. Gotcha. So shot item. Okay, so exactly what you would expect. But my guess is this is going to be all Japanese text with subtitles. But what do I know? It's obviously all in English right now. The controls were always really spot on with this one. Harder? Let's see, can you can't slide? Oh, okay. So L, this is what it does. That moves back, this moves forward. Obviously, on the original Super Nintendo, this was left, this was right. You can't slide. Obviously, I don't remember if you slid in the other one. Okay, so once you enable it, you're using it. That's why they've got that counter. So you don't have the different jump as well. Okay. Does have really good Super Nintendo quality sound. In fact, let me turn it up a little bit. So I'd rather you hear this than me. Even in the mute. See somebody joined us on one of the other channels. Welcome. Let's see, it's YouTube. Welcome. So here we go. Oop. Oh, you press up. It's like alright. I'm not exact. Let's see. Can we jump that high? So we can get there. We can get there. We can get there. Cannot get there. How the hell do you get there? I guess you have to go around, huh? I don't know. Like I said, this is the first I've ever really sat down to play this game. I was always thinking of getting it because I like the other Valis games. Yeah, you press up and attack to do that. Otherwise, it doesn't use it. Ooh, damn it. Kill that guy. Alright, so I could have gone either way. And we're at death. I'm getting my ass handed to me, too. Oh, you can jump over them. Or maybe just avoid them, or somehow. And I'm dead. Let's try that again, shall we? Yes. Press start button to continue. I sure will. Don't start me back at the beginning. Start me at the boss. Alright, so the object is you gotta get good early on, huh? So you got unlimited hits with this one. You just press up and it shoots it out. Let me see the controls again. It doesn't let you... Dang it. Let's see. The manual. So number 5 is your stock window. That's your stocked items. 7 is your boss HP gauge. Recovery items. So that shoots in 3 ways. That shoots your boomerang style. That shoots the little wolf thing, and that's your homing. And that does not help a whole heck of a lot. Anybody watching have any requests? Let me turn the audio down. It should mute it or do some audio ducking as soon as I talk, but don't know if it's working perfectly. And there we go. I'm just gonna gun it to the right. Let's see what we can do here. So the more I try to mess with it, the more I'm gonna get hit. There's no enemies down here. There's that one. Alright, so now we're fighting death. Again. Damn it, get back here, you asshole. Oh, you can ricochet. I'm gonna beat you. Got him! Killed Death. Or whatever he's called in Valis. I just overcame vacancy? Whatever. So this does look like the US ROM. You can see how refined this game is. It is also on the PC Engine in the first collection. Here, let's actually save this right here. I do want to take a quick look at the Super Nintendo one, just so I have an idea of the differences here. And then I also want to take a look at the PC Engine, because then it's all three versions of this game that came out around the same time. Once again, the controls should be exactly the same. Obviously, you can do the same type of thing on Nintendo Switch Online, assuming you're paying for it. The only thing is you don't have the option to change the background, to the best of my knowledge. But here, your option mode, exactly the same. And then game start. I'm not going to spend much time here. Episode 4, Mighty Maiden. Yeah, so far it's identical, other than the title. Yeah, exactly the same. Just another way to play it. Alright. Let us go to Valis, the Fantasm Collection 1, because I want to take a quick route to the PC Engine version. PC Engine was released in the United States as TurboGrafx-16. It was an unmitigated failure. I knew one guy who had one. And we used to poke fun at him for it, of all things. Oh no, it's not in this one, it's number 2. My bad. The first 3 games are of the PC Engine are in the first one. Yeah, see, there she is. She's running. Yeah, it's this one, Valis 4. It's not Super, it's just Valis 4. And you only got 2 buttons on this one because it is a PC Engine game. And it was only a 2-button controller like the NES. Alright, I don't know what any of that means. Let's go to config. So A, okay, I've already got mine set up like this. So you can use R for sliding and ZR for special attack. And I'm pretty sure I already played this game, but we're going to just go ahead and start fresh because that's where I was on the other one. We need to restart that. There's Valis 4. Nope. Let us return to the... You can't just reset the game? Yes, absolutely. English subtitles. We're going to start. It looks very familiar, right? Valis logo. Oh, okay, it's the same thing. This one has a little bit more story. There's Cham. Yeah, me too. Let's go. So I like the Red Book audio. There's a sliding kick. Press down and 1 to use it. There we go. Move's ability is a spinning jump. Okay. Press the run button to swap sisters. Okay. Leave tall obstacles to her. I guess I should have paid attention to what I was supposed to do. Huh. Config. Special attack, maybe? Nope, we don't want that. I guess we gotta rewind a little bit. How far can I go back? Okay. Alright, it's a spinning jump. Okay. Alright, so we'll swap sisters. At the peak, so it's a double jump. Okay, gotcha. See, that's helpful. There we go. And there's Cham. So WP is your weapons. Press up, just like Castlevania. Let's go back to my main character. So, yeah, here we go. Now we're in a similar style game. So, I leave it up to you. Which one's the better one? Is it the Super Nintendo version or the PC Engine? This one's already available and routinely on sale. So, I mean, either way, you can't go wrong. Either Super Nintendo or PC Engine. But there are other ways, of course, to play Valis 3. You can play the PC Engine version. You can play the Genesis version. You can play it on either of these collections. So, you go back to the title screen. I am pretty sure... let's see. It's the first game. And now we gotta wait because the Switch is getting old. The PC Engine version of Valis 3. I mean, this is really the only Valis 2 to play. So let's give this one a whirl. So we're gonna start. The animation isn't nearly as good on this, but music's pretty damn good. Story's basically the same. You see the background's not quite as good. Game's faster, too. Look how fast Yuka moves. But yeah, the background doesn't look nearly as good, but the music's better. So, I don't know. Pick your poison. I think the animation of Yuko's shirt, if you look at it, I think that's a little bit better than on the Genesis version. But it was a CD, it had a lot more room to store stuff. So you can still jump. Yeah, the controls are a little bit different. Nothing too significant here. So the slide has been mapped to the R button. Does it hurt you to slide? Yes, it does. Yeah, been a while since I played this one. But going back to the one that's actually related to this collection, which was the one that got me into the series, clearly not a bad game. They've all got their merits. And since I just showed that part, I'm going to show this part again. Obviously, Sega Mega Drive version. In fact, let me show the Sega Genesis version. I have it sitting near me. So let's get through this, and I'll just show what it looks like real fast. So look how clean that is. So here, let's let Yuko run. There she goes. And I think the Genesis did a really good job on the music for this game. Renovation or Telenet was the one who actually did this. Renovation's the one who brought it westward. So the sword's gonna fall, and watch her shirt. It doesn't move quite as much as the TurboGrafx game did, but still, the attention to detail is pretty good. Here, but let's take a look at the Genesis version, shall we? Stand by for just a second. Let me put it on me. Where's the camera? There we go. Yeah, see, this is all in English. That's what I thought. And same deal, you just press start and you can get through this, but it's all going to be in English text. That's the way I thought it was. I wasn't 100%. And then it's the same game. But you'll notice that all the see, now all the text is in English. This is the original Genesis one. So if you press any button other than jump, it gives you that message. Music's still good though. So that's how immediately I was able to tell this is the American or North American ROM, but the one on the Nintendo Switch is clearly the Japanese ROM. Oh no, I need the Valis sword. This will always be one of my favorites. It's nice to be able to play it on the Switch now, even though I have the same damn game on the Evercade. But they changed it on that. Some of the logos are different. It's just weird. I don't know why they do that. They've done that on several games. So, yeah. Overall, pretty cool collection, huh? Let's, let me pause it for a second. Let me switch back to the Switch. Look at me. And once again, let's go. We're back in this one. Same game, but you'll notice everything's in Japanese with English subtitles. Not a problem. Just observation that this is clearly not the American ROM. But there's other ways to play it if that bothers you. But more importantly, it's part of a collection on the Nintendo Switch. And the Famicom, for its issues, I wouldn't mind actually learning how to play it. I don't care about this first one here or the MX2 version at all. Not what I'm here for. But I just wanted to give opinions and show each and every one of these games and thank Edia for sending me the code. Once again, thanks for watching. If you like it, please follow on Twitch and Rumble, and subscribe on YouTube, and like the video all around. Bye-bye.